motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day. Formula One is go. The greatest spectacle in motorsports. It is a new day.
Yo! What's happening, my people? Welcome. Welcome along. We're here for Hungary. Set that up. I tell you what, I am absolutely knackered for today. Gosh, I'm tired. That's okay. I don't know how this should sit best. I do this every single weekend, and I'm still not sure. Let's get that as close as we can. Welcome along, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hungarian Grand Prix. We're here this weekend, as per usual, with Kayo Sports. Watch all of the F1 action live on Kayo Sports in Australia and New Zealand. A DAZN company. Welcome! You woke up, it's 3 PM. Rose, I hope you're well. Don't worry about the fact that it's only 3 PM. We are here and ready to cook. Let's get it, baby. Let's put a ping out maybe on the Discord so people know that we are indeed live for qualifying. Mate, I woke up at, you're sick? I'm also feeling under the weather. So, no excuses today, Rose. We thug it out together. I was obviously last weekend, you would have seen, if you were watching for the live streams, I was so unbelievably tired, and that has carried through all week. First week back at uni now. I've got my coffee here. It is 11:30 PM where I am, so well into the night, and we're committed to the game. But yeah, last night, you guys will be shocked. I went to bed at 9 PM. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with my game here, but I haven't been to bed before midnight since March. And that was only because I was at the F1 and had to be up early in the morning, because for once Formula 1 was in Australia. Other than that, I go to bed 1 AM every single day. Every morning. Not even night, every morning. And I have done. For months on end. So, yeah, it's kind of hard getting up. In the last few weekends. Staying up as well. Because I've just been so run down. And, yeah, I'm really powering through for today for you guys, because I went to bed super early, I woke up super early. So you see the situation I'm in. But that's okay, guys. That's okay. We're here, we're keen, we're ready to go. We've got 5 minutes now until qualifying starts. I hope you guys are watching along with me back at home. I'm keen for Hungary. This realistically should be a McLaren battle. Let's not beat around the bush here. This is going to be between Oscar and Lando for pole. Now, if anyone else is to snag that, I will be incredibly shocked, impressed, and shocked. Got the F1 intro playing right now. It's a good time. It's a good time. Formula 1 race weekend! Although, ironically speaking, I'm low-key not that upset that we don't have a race weekend next weekend because I am so excited to rest. I don't think I've ever been happy that there's no F1. I shouldn't say that, should I? But I am, I'll be honest with you guys. But this weekend, we're at the Hungaroring, the Hungarian Grand Prix. High downforce required, lots of technical areas. It's a great qualifying. It's a sort of race which can be a bit dead. Let's not lie. But that's okay. I'm just quickly putting a ping in my Discord to let everyone know that we are live. And now, with that sorted, it's time for Budapest. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's run you through the circuit, of course. There are 70 laps in this race. It's a race distance of 4.381 kilometers, which is 2.722 miles. The track record is held by Lewis Hamilton. 34.6 meters of elevation, so not crazy. Highest point of the track being at the end of the track, the start-finish straight. Heading down into turn 1, we drop down quite some distance. Now we're running the middle of the range compounds this weekend, the soft being the C5 and the hard the C3. Obviously the soft being the hardest. It chews up pretty quick around here. This is a very high deg circuit, especially that middle sector and towards the start of the third sector. You guys will see it as we head to track. It is ridiculous for tyre management. Welcome, Q. Hope you're good. First time you're here on not a race day. Amen. We're here for quali. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. So, Hungary. What do we know about this track? Quali is important, so good. That bodes well for today. Round 14 of the season here we are. Weather conditions, here we go. Popped up on the side of the screen. That's good to see. We've got 29 degrees Celsius, which is what we were expecting. It's a very warm day there. Humidity is a 33%, who gives, and track temperature is 52 degrees Celsius. That is a high track temperature. There could be a case here for a medium run in the qualifying. I would not be shocked if we see that at all today, especially by the people that Kayo has mentioned, which are my boys, Aston Martin. Now, we've seen in the past, Aston Martin are the connoisseur of using the medium in qualifying sessions this year. They've been the ones to lead that at a few different tracks, namely Imola. If I'm not remembering incorrectly, they ran the medium at Imola, and that worked well for them, and they were able to gain a few places. And with the pace that they have been showing so far this weekend, I really do hope that we can see them get at least into Q3. At least one of them. We saw in practice, Aussie Sean, welcome along. We saw in practice that Aston Martin were going quite strong. I'm really not that mad. We're talking about Aston Martin right now, KK. Is that my boy, Kajetan Kordek? Or are we talking about a different KK? We could be on a different page here. Kimi Antonelli, we're looking at him right now in the cockpit getting ready for qualifying. That is one man who will be desperate for a better weekend. The Mercedes should be in the top 3 cars, I believe, around this circuit. Look, it's hard. Red Bull is going to struggle today, I believe. Do they... I don't know what they're really going to be able to get out of this weekend, Red Bull. It's going to be damage limitation for them. But it's not really much of a damage limitation in the sense of they're fighting for anything huge. Because they're not really. It's Max Verstappen just out for a bit of dignity. And that's no disrespect to Red Bull. They're not really going to place... I honestly feel like they're going to struggle to get 4th in the Constructors. And that's just the reality, I think, of the situation that we're in right now. Red Bull are not doing that well. We know Max has been getting them points, and that's about where it ends. Max can pull a Max, that's for damn certain, but we're talking about consistency here throughout a season, and they've just not got it. I'm going to pull up the 2025 season standings here. If it will show me. Oh, this is F1 TV and not the F1 website. Guys, I don't know if I'm the only one here, but I'm not a big fan of the new F1 website. Aston FP2, FP3, they have been absolutely flying. I am quite the fan of that one. Don't, you know, don't think I'm biased or anything. I'm not. Here's the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, Rush Racing, you've got new graphics. Nicely done. If that is the Rush Racing that I am thinking of. I do think that we're going to see an Aston Martin in Q3. I also think that we're going to see a Red Bull Q1 exit. We did last year here. I think the curse continues. I think we're going to see an Alpine. No, I don't. No, we're going to see a Williams in Q3 here. Look, I'll be honest. I'm not going to bull anyone here. My knowledge of the cars around the rest of the grid, besides sort of the top 4 or 5, in terms of where their cars are great, I haven't really been keeping my tabs. We know Mercedes, we know Red Bull, we know Ferrari, we know McLaren. Aston, I know well. Stroll ain't getting pole, let's be real. I think we see at least one Aston Martin in Q3. I would love for it to be Lance. Lance had a really strong start to the season. He has struggled a little bit since... Fernando was on the back foot for the first 5 or 6 races, and since Lance has sort of struggled a little bit. Obviously, he had a huge weekend in Silverstone. Oh, don't worry, guys. I don't think we're going to see Aston Martin on pole. That's not on the cards. But Q3, maybe a second or third row that I would like to see. So, I've got my laptop here. We can look up our stats. So, McLaren, obviously, right now, they're winning the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship. Let's not bullshit this. They've won. Ferrari right now and Mercedes are in a battle for P2 in the Constructors, with Red Bull 30 points about below Mercedes. So it's McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull. Red Bull P4. Red Bull are 28 points behind Mercedes, and that gap should, in theory, based on the stats, based on what we're looking at, should just continue to decrease. Or increase, sorry, that they will drop back, is what I'm saying. If you're Red Bull right now, you realistically should just be focusing on 26. That's where everything lies. The future of your empire is reliant on you starting on the right foot next year. You don't, you lose Max. So, they know that. It's... Oh, whoa, hang on, sorry. We've just seen the first push lap there from the Williams of, I believe that to be Alex Albon. And that was a huge lockup into turn 1. That front left, or front right maybe that I saw, it shows sector times. I can do, but we do drop off the bottom part of the graphics. You can't see all the way down. Unless I make it super small. But if I make it super small, then you can't see it. Take your pick, guys. Take your pick. Actually, let me just quickly pop another one of these. Alright. Alright. Hang on. You see me? You see me? We can have... one of these. Boom. Alright. Is that better? Do you like that? Is that nicer, man? What do we reckon? Ethan for team principal? Of who? What team? Jakey, thank you for the follow. Welcome along. Can you actually read the words that are on the screen there? Or are you guys just looking at the green and purple? For the record, guys, my camera, you might notice that I'm dropping frames. I am so sorry about that. I need to upgrade my setup. Be patient. We're gonna see some improvements in due time. In due time. Now, let's quickly run over what we've seen so far this weekend. let's head to the Hungarian Grand Prix. Let's pull up the results from practice 3 and practice 2. Practice 3, we had that, well, that's actually quite satisfying to look at. We had McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, Aston, Mercedes, Steak, Haas, Red Bull. Okay, now it gets jumbled up. Okay. So, guys, free practice 2, if you're not aware, is the most representative if it's consistent weather and everything throughout a race weekend. Generally speaking, practice 2 is the most... Alright, we're back. Kind of just dropped off for a second there, I think. Alright. Okay. Cool. So, we've got Max now on a lap. Lando is also on a lap. Max is going quicker in Sector 1, though. And Sector 2. Or Lando hasn't done the Sector 2 yet. I wonder... Sector 1 is mostly straight line speed, so I'd imagine that Lando would set a quicker Sector 2 once he has completed it. And we're about to see that in a second. Someone has just stolen purple Sector 1. Ella, you think you saw me at the OSGP? Whereabouts? Do let me know. So Lando has gone quicker in Sector 2. Piastri is the one purple Sector 1 right now. Dub. Nicely done, mate. Big ups. Sonoda goes second quickest. Only 2/10 down. Who let Albon P1? Nobody. You'll see Verstappen goes up now. And Sonoda was second, just past the walk. Alright. Lando goes provisional P1. 4/10 clear of Verstappen. So that Sector 3 was incredible. This lap from Piastri looks very well hooked up. Let's have a look at that one. Boomba Club. 4/10 further clear of Lando. Now, I wasn't looking at Lando's lap super up close, but we did see Oscars. There's time to gain on that, I'm so sure. And 4/10 clear. This is just straight up my opinion. Oscar is only going to naturally get stronger and stronger and stronger. This guy is a machine. An absolute machine. And I'll be 1 second, guys. Bear with me. You might be wondering, where did she go? Oh, don't worry. My mother was just locked outside at midnight. Nobody got her. It's okay, guys. Don't stress. All right, we're back. Chokestry. I don't know if I like that that name. 1, because it's not going to happen. And 2, because it doesn't sound very nice. I just realized we've had the build-up music on this whole time. My bad, team. Sorry, guys. Good thing nothing important has happened. Antonelli. There we go. That's what we want to see. Do I remember you? Ella, you're not the Arvid Lindblad Ella, are you? Or is that a different Ella? Oh, I just elbowed the wall. Just past the walk. Yeah, wait. Because, okay, so I... Can I remove myself from the picture? Love you, though. No, I'm not going to remove myself from the picture. If you want to see all the graphics full screen, though, do head over to Twitch. Twitch has everything you need and everything you want on a bigger picture. Filmed you and your friend for something. Doing what? I don't know. You're wearing a I'll be honest, I don't really remember all that much. I don't know. James Sando? Is that my boy from bloody school? Surely not. Surely not. Sando. Crazy work. Yo, it fucking is. Hey mate, what's good? What a legend. Sorry for my pardon my French there. I take back my swearing. That was poor form. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not too sure, Ella. Russell and Antonelli putting in the work. Absolutely. I knew that Mercedes would come to life. They don't mind a track like this. Has everyone set a time? Yes. Is it representative? Maybe not. Look, if we're having a look, we've got Verstappen in P13 and Tsunoda in 17th. To be expected. Honestly, I'm not shocked. Simply, I am not shocked. They're gonna struggle. They're really gonna struggle. Ella, do you follow me on Instagram? I might recognize your face. I don't know. I don't know you by your name. You see, that's the thing. Kimi, my Shayla. Yes. Exactly. Hajar is trying. Not only is he trying, he's doing. He's killing it. I mean, right now we're looking at he's 3/10 clear. Ella, look at a TikTok story. Okay. I don't see anything. I'm not seeing any story. Aston Martin took Red Bull's place among the top 4. Hey, if you could tell me that and it be the case, love that. Big ups. Big ups. Is that background AI? No, it's not. This is just my favorite tire brand. If you're not aware of them, my goats, and of course, Mercedes Petronas Formulation. They're the best. I love them. That's not good, but I think there'll be a different story tomorrow. Danny says, "Look, I don't doubt that to be the case." Sorry, in short, King Jungle, yes, it is AI. I click on who yours. What are we talking about? Ella? No, I have clicked on Ella's. I don't see anything. I'm looking at a cat. I'm looking at a cat. It's just a cat. We'll figure this out later. Ella, send me a DM on Instagram and I'll see if I can recognize you. Lance Stroll the GOAT, says Danny. Amen. I love my boys. My Aston Martin boys. Let's have a look at Lance Stroll's lap. He's currently in P8. First sector, climbing up the hill. Let's have a look. So that right there is purple sector 1. Guys, I don't think you understand how happy I'm going to be next year when we're winning races. Okay, someone else has gone purple sector 1. Someone else, Track Evolution, guys. It's Alonso. Alonso's gone purple sector 1. Could I actually... Am I being deceived here? Oh. Stroll P3. Provisional P3. Alonso's purple sector 2-2. Guys. Guys. Alonso just got P1 by 2/10. What? Whoa. Oh my god! Don't even. Don't. No, no, no. Don't even. Katie. Fernando Alonso's just gone provisional P1 for qualifying one, so it doesn't really matter anything. But he is almost 3/10 clear of Piastri. Verstappen's P13. Verstappen doing sector 1, where they will be quickest relative to the rest of the lap because of the straight line speed. Let's see how he goes. If this is purple, I'm going to be upset. That was green. Oh! Piastri's going to clear him. Thank you, Harlow. Welcome along. Piastri is going to absolutely drop him here. But that's okay. That's to be expected. That is to be expected. The McLaren's going to be clear. Piastri crosses the line and he takes back provisional P1. But only, it's less than a tenth. That's not that much. 7/100ths. That's honestly like nothing. And so Verstappen in the first two sectors is 3/10 down. I am Australian. Sophia, welcome along. Welcome along. It's not insane. This is completely sane because this is where Aston Martin deserve to be. Because they are strong. Verstappen only good enough for P6 below Lance Stroll on a better track. Colapinto, we haven't mentioned how well is Franco doing. He is currently P12. Not bad. Me too, Katie. Isaac Hadjar, P3 provisionally. Lando Norris right now, Sector 1. It's not looking too sharp. Has he done his lap? Surely that's not his lap below Alonso. No, okay, he's gone 32.2 in the first sector. That's nothing to write home about. Is this maybe an outlap? I'm confused. Carlos goes P7. Stroll is ticking further down to the drop zone. He should be okay. Leclerc is P14. He's on his outlap. With any traffic, he could be cooked. He, I believe, has just started his lap. So he'll be okay. Gasly behind him. So Leclerc will have started his lap now. He should have some decent free air. Let's have a look. He's right now on the cusp. He's down now. P16 is Charles Leclerc. Colapinto up into P11. He looks to be relatively clear. We have Lewis Hamilton improving. He's currently P13. That was a pretty decent first sector. Good improvement from Lewis Hamilton. I'll be honest, I feel like he should be safe. Is that Charles Leclerc unable to start a lap? I think no, he's okay. I believe he's okay. It's Alex Albon who I believe didn't get around in time for a lap because Charles Leclerc is indeed on a lap and he's gone purple in Sector 1. That is not too bad and it's exactly what he needs. 3/10 clear of Gasly through the first two sectors. That seems pretty comfortable to be getting out of the drop zone. Gasly will be the one that gets booted at this stage. Liam Lawson also, he's currently P20. He is fighting as well for his life to get out the drop zone, but if Gasly goes just outside and then Leclerc now P5, he's going to have to improve even further by another 10th or so to get out of quali. Let's have a look. Lawson crosses the line. He has made it through just about, and that is what I thought. Yuki Tsunoda out in Q1. My prediction was correct. I got it right. I said, I don't know if I explicitly said this, but it was going to be McLaren, and then I thought Aston Martin would be up there. I thought we'd have an Aston Martin second row. Right now it's looking like that's going to be on point. Could go wrong, but I believe that to be the case. I hate Labubu's. Ella, I hate Labubu's. Anyway, Alex. Sorry, I just... Sorry, so I just saw Alex Samula. F1 Lego better than Labubu's? Yes. $90 on a little piece of crap. Not Alex Albon, Rose. Someone. That's Esteban Ocon in P18 right now. We see exiting from qualifying the end of Q1. We have Alex Albon, unfortunately, in P20. Nico Hulkenberg, 19th. Ocon, 18th. Gasly, 17th. And a Red Bull in P16. Don't sweat, guys. It's Tsunoda, not Max. If that was Max, huge upset. But it's not. Max, actually, though, wasn't too quick. P11. Is Q3 even on the cards? Maybe. With all due respect to Alonso, I don't ever see them getting P1 this year. This year, I don't disagree, unless McLaren have a double DNF or something crazy, like today, or this weekend, I should say. Do I think Lawson was better in the Red Bull? No. Nope. Leanne, welcome. Oh, do you mean, do I think he was better than Tsunoda in the Red Bull seat? I don't even want to have that conversation, nothing against you. I don't think it's worth... I am Australian. I don't think that it is worth talking about who was better in that Red Bull seat. Because it's all... You're comparing with... That second seat is nah. And by that, I don't mean one car is really good, the other car is really bad. I mean, Max is Max. And then... You've got a car that can maybe sometimes be quick, but is so undrivable. It's the second seat. It's funny to say it's cursed. It's not. The Red Bull as a whole is a pain in the bum, shall we say? It's awful. It's a disgrace. Undrivable. Can be a little bit quick at times. A little twitchy. So, Max can get some pace out of it. Cool. Anybody else in there, minus a few people. I think Piastri would do better in that seat. I think Lando would do better in that seat. I think George would do better in that seat. I think Fernando... No, actually, it'd be hard for him. Actually, no, Fernando likes a twitchy car. Anyway. All this to say. Daniel would do actually better in this Red Bull seat. But this isn't the Red Bull car that Red Bull won. So it's like, I don't think Daniel Ricciardo should be in that Red Bull. Okay? Don't get me wrong. Would he do better right this second? I do believe so. I think that Daniel would have preferred this twitchy, sharp car compared to who we've seen so far, Lawson and Tsunoda. Okay? But this isn't the car that Red Bull want anyway. So saying, oh yeah, that's great, let's get Daniel in because he works for now is stupid because this car is not what they want and the car that they want is... Yeah, Daniel's, unfortunately, is in the past. And he knows that. You got a Lance Stroll signed card. That's awesome. Lance has got... I'm dying. Lance has got a cool signature. By the way, guys, my throat is gone. I am absolutely cooked, lads. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, dear. Oh, everyone's sick, man. It's fully about the setup. It's constantly changing. But with the Red Bull, now the Red Bull's just not good. This is a green Tupperware bottle. The green screen is just cooking it. If I put my hand behind it, I think it will... Green screen more? No, never mind. It's green. But it's slightly a different shade of green, so it's just taking the color out of it instead of making it invisible. You're from France. I don't think Albon actually got a proper lap together. I think he either made a mistake or... Because that's not his representative pace. Alex is better than that, and I'm not saying he like do better. No, I'm just saying I don't know what happened, but I would say that something went wrong somewhere along the line. Whether it was timing, whether it was traffic, whether it was a mistake, but we'll find out soon. I am sure. Looking at the weather, we've got a few little bits of rain off in the distance. We'll be fine. There's going to be cloud coverage a little bit. Track temperature might drop. We'll see. Why do you get a clear one? No, it looks kind of cool and clear. The only problem is that you'd get like yellow coloration on it pretty quick though, wouldn't you? How did I feel about Hulkenberg's first podium? Whoa. Very nice. He's been doing well. Yeah. I love Alex. He's a very sound kid. I say kid like I'm not well younger than him, but as far as the F1, actually no, he's like he'd be like 27 now, right? 26, 27, 29. Hunk is almost 30. Get out of town. Where'd all the time go? What, Lando's still 28 or 27? He's 27, right? 25. Okay. I didn't realize he was 4 years older than Lando. Actually, I guess that makes sense, because when they were coming up through the junior categories, Lando was, like, younger and looking up to Alex. Anyway, Justine, welcome. Thanks for the follow. We have people predicting that the Astons are going to cook in 26. Wow! People are only just realizing. Crazy! I said it 2 years ago! Or a year and a half ago. I'll tell you what, it's been a long fight trying to tell people to trust the process, and people are catching on. They're getting it. Finally. I'll tell you guys watching right now something, while it's on the topic of conversation, something that I'm very passionate about. Okay? I made a video at the start of last year saying that, and by Red Bull, we also meant Newey. So big ups to Adrian. But it's more than just Newey, and I'll tell you why. Start of last year, I made a video when all the stuff was coming out about Red Bull, and I sensed, because there was reputable sources that were saying that Adrian was unhappy and he was maybe considering a move elsewhere, and you put pieces together and you can figure some stuff out. And I was like, Newey's going to leave. Newey would, if he was to leave, he would go to Aston Martin. So I predicted that pretty early on. Then I was like, and if Max wants to leave Red Bull, for whichever reason, whatever moving parts there are, whatever bits that are at play, if Max leaves Red Bull, 90% sure he's going to Aston Martin. Now, I can't reveal all my cards, but I can explain this. So, we've got Newey, of course. He ended up moving. Crazy. Who knew that I was going to be right? Newey moved to Aston Martin, as I was expecting, and he is already putting the pieces together. I'm pretty sure this is public knowledge. I think this is public knowledge. If it's not, it is now. Newey, essentially, the second he's been at Aston Martin, it's all been Project 26. He'll be giving his advice on bits and bobs throughout the season. Obviously, he'll have some input on this car that is being developed for the 25 year. But as far as Adrian is on a project, he's been working on 2026 since the day his garden leave expired and he moved to Silverstone for Aston Martin. I can also tell you that he has a place to sleep at the factory. He is working literally day and night at the factory on this project. The guy is so obsessed. That's just enough on Newey. Now, it helps that Aston Martin have the best and newest facilities in Formula One. I don't know much about Cadillac for next year. Okay, so we'll find out. They have the best facilities. State of the art, great wind tunnel time based on where they finished last year, and this year they're probably going to finish around 5th or 6th. I imagine They're not going to get top 4, let's be honest, unless Red Bull get 0 points and they somehow cook. But you've got a decent competition up and down the grid at the moment. So they're going to get good wind tunnel time, decent enough prize money. They've got this man called Lawrence Stroll. Now, people can have their opinions on Lawrence Stroll, but the one thing you can't dispute is that he's a man who gets what he wants. He is a winner. Okay? We've just got Lance provisional P1, 4/10 clear of the Mercedes. So there you go. Very handy from Lance. And Alonso, even quicker again by another 3/10. So while let's just keep talking about Aston Martin today, shall we, guys? I'm really in my element here. I'm quite pleased. So, all right. State-of-the-art facilities, Adrian Newey, cool. We know these things. This is, again, public knowledge. But things that people think seem to forget. We've got some changes next year. Okay, we've got the regulation changes. Everyone looks at the physical attributes that we can see. The cars are getting smaller. Blah, 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 different things. We've got the active aerodynamics. Now, first of all, the active aero thing means so they're not getting. There's no DRS next year, and they have what's called active aero, which is essentially it's like there's a fair few parts, not everything. It's going to be heavily regulated throughout the car. The aero can shift throughout a lap. So let's say, I don't know exactly how it's going to be implemented, but in theory, in Sector 1, you can have it this way, and then in Sector 2, it will go to that, and then in Sector 3, it will go to that again, and whatever it is. Now, that means that aero and your symphony of your car and how it is behaving is going to be more important than ever. And who better to lead that than Adrian Newey? Okay. Now, away from that, Aston Martin are going to be making their... Oh, Lando's gone half a second clear of Alonso. Crazy. But we expect that. That's okay. That's okay. The McLarens, they're in a league of their own right now. We can't expect Aston Martin to get pole. Come on now. Now, they're going to be making their own engines next year with Honda. Cool, that's great. They're going to have that. Honda are pretty good. We know Honda have had quite a lot of success, especially when, just being built for one car. Forget GP2, but that's okay, if you know what I mean. Piastri is 5/100ths behind Lando for now. They're both half a second in front of the rest of the grid. Wild. Leclerc is P10. Hamilton is P11. Whoopsies. Not good to see. Colapinto track time deleted. Honda. Cool. Make your own engine for your car. We know that that's just beneficial all around. I can't be bothered getting into all the nitty gritty. You guys just know that. Now, let me tell you something. Sorry, just listening out. I believe that there's rain. It seems like there's going to be a small spot of rain, which means that the way things are right now is probably how it's going to end in Q2. Interesting. This is something for the Aston Martin debate that people forget. Bear with me. Regulation changes for next year. Let's do another riddle. If you guys have been here, I've asked this question a weekend or so ago. I need little trivia time. What is going to be changing next year in the regulations, other than the obvious? What is there that we might be missing? Someone play the Jeopardy quiz music. Boom, 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 boom. Anybody? Anyone know what there is? What is changing? Something very important. Importante. Electrical power. Well, they are going to change the way that the hybrid system works a bit, but that's not particularly what I'm talking about. Is it DRS? Yes, we are getting rid of DRS, but that's not what I'm looking for. Cars are getting smaller, yes, but that's not what I'm looking for. I feel like a teacher. I love it. Anything else? Racing dynamics, aerodynamics rules. Yes, but that's not the answer we're looking for here. It's something relevant to Aston Martin specifically, and it's something that they will potentially gain an advantage from if it's legal. I mean, maybe it would maybe be breaching like It'd be like, could it be espionage or something? I don't know. Cadillac, yes, but that's not what we're looking for. Aston Martin beneficiaries. Sustainable power units. Rose on the Twitch chat is getting closer. Something to do with the sustainability. Any other guesses? What if Adrian Newey copies Apex and goes combat mode? Oh my god, I forgot about that scene in the film. That was abhorrent. Combat, 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 combat. Oh, that did my head in. Sustainability, guys. Come on, what's happening next year? What are we gonna do? What's happening next year, lads? Combat, combat, combat. Sustainability, guys. Oh, we are MG UK. No, 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 no. I can't believe this isn't more mainstream. It goes to show that they're not advertising it. Thank you, Sage. Thank you. Sage gets a gold star. Sage, would you like to say that louder for the people at the back? Fuel. Fuel. The fuel is changing. Oh, thank you, Sage. Thank you. You're right. The fuel is changing next year. 100% sustainable fuel. Yes. So the engines are going to have to be working to a new fuel. 100% sustainable. Now, lads, let's talk about that. Who is going to be the fuel provider for Formula One? Does anybody know? Who is the fuel provider? Louder! Louder for the people at the back! Pacific Rim Enjoyer has got it right! Louder! Let's say it on three, everyone. Sorry, I didn't say it on one. 1, 2, 3, Aramco! Cool. Alright, now that we've got that, alright, somebody read out Aston Martin's full name for me. Come on. Don't all speak up at once. Come on. We got this. Somebody say the full team name. Yeah, it is a Saudi company. That doesn't. So what? Aston Martin, Aramco Formula One team. What? What? Yes. So, you know, I know that this is sort of extrapolating a little bit and sort of what's the word? Why am I so stupid today? This is kind of exaggerating a point, but to a degree, Aston Martin's partner, or Aston Martin to a degree by extension, Aston Martin is going to be responsible for supplying the entire grid with the fuel, right? Again, by extension. Joshy boy, welcome along. What's good, brother? So with that knowledge, and so there's a major factor that every team on the grid is going to have to adhere to this new fuel and adapt their engine and car around it. Now, to what degree this fuel will actually change things, probably not an awful lot. Look, there's every chance that it's going to be no different, business as usual, and we're just going to accept the fact that it changes a little bit for everybody. But you would have to argue that this is Formula One, okay? And in Formula One, any slight difference and every little nuance is performance. So if they understand the behavior of the fuel a little bit better, whether that's fueling, how the car responds to it, different engine ranges, whatever it might be, that's pretty helpful. Especially now when you're building your own engine with Honda around that fuel mix. So Aston Martin have got a lot up their sleeve. And if you're Adrian Newey, okay, and you're sat there, you're at your desk, you got your pen and your paper out, he has everything that he could possibly want to build a Formula One car around. Okay, here we go. Here's all the information on the fuel. Great. Oh, that's brilliant, lads. We know this because they are title partner. There's a chance that they might not legally be able to get information out of it, maybe. But we all know that whether or not they get an official document or not, you can just have a conversation with someone, whatever. So they've got Here, fuel, that's great. Oh, wait, I've got an engine I can now build with information from that. That's cool. That's brilliant. Engine. Oh, let me put the engine in the car. And now let me be able to manipulate so many different aerodynamic elements of the car over a whole lap. Bro, Adrian Newey is so just like licking his lips right now. No wonder he doesn't want to go home and he just wants to sleep at the factory and work on this all day, every day. Bro's in fucking... Sorry. Pardon my French. Bro's in dreamland right now. Like... Anyway. So yeah, Aston Martin is going to cook next year. And I had this vision a year and a half ago. I made a video well over a year ago talking about it, and I got lots of hate comments on that video because everyone was like, yo, well, conspiracy theorists, you're just full of it. You don't know what you're talking about. But it's all coming out to be the case. So I look forward to that. Enough about next year. Let's talk about today. Back to qualifying 2 now. Lewis Hamilton is P8 right now, and he's not going to get another lap done. We've got Antonelli in P14, who is well improving. 6.5 tenths clear of Leclerc. That can't be right. Hamilton's going to get dropped out, guys. Hamilton's not making into Q3. We all talked a big game about this being Hamilton's stomping ground, but at the moment it's gonna seem like he's gonna make way for Max Verstappen. Kimi goes P8. Yeah, Russell knocks him out. Here we go. George Russell up to the line. He's P4. Hamilton's gone, lads. Hamilton out. P11. And probably going to fall here to Max Verstappen, who goes P8. So Verstappen's through. Piastri is chilling. He's second. Don't even bother, mate. There's no need. You're just going to waste a set of tyres. He's going, though, I think, just to make a point. And Bortoletto! Gabby! Let's go, brother! He's up by 6 thousandths. Antonelli is out as well. Antonelli and Hamilton are out. Don't celebrate too soon, Arctic Ice. Goodbye to Antonelli, unfortunately. Piastri unable to improve on his lap, not that it mattered. Colapinto, P15, he's going to cross the line. Can he get out? No, P14, and it's Sainz 15th, but he is improving. He could knock Bortoletto out. I think he will. Unfortunately for the Sauber, he hasn't. He's just got back to 14th. Interesting. Victoria, or Victor. Is it Victor Avanek or Victoria? Lewis Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen, has been knocked out of Q2. He's P13 for tomorrow. I do think that is his worst start here ever, isn't it? Even in his rookie year. Far out. Both Racing Bulls are through, by the way. Victor... I'm not sure. Where from? Where from, Victor? Help! I probably do remember. I need help. For the record, guys, I'm like ready to fall asleep right now, so do forgive me. Antonelli's quite upset there. It's better to have pole in this track. Is pole on the outside? I think it is, right? Hamilton needs to call it quits. He's so washed. That's a bit harsh. Harsh. Am I in Queensland? No, I'm in South Australia, Katie. Unfortunately. Actually, you know what? Not unfortunately. It's not too bad. I don't mind South Australia. No, we don't get snow. Ashley, thanks for the follow. I signed your friend's notebook. Were you the person that made them put it on the Discord? Because I saw that on the Discord somehow. I think that was that person, right? I'll be honest, with the notebook signing, I could barely see who it was. Because there was obviously the... Oh, okay. Do you follow me on Instagram, Victor? Send me a message or have a chat. I'll see if I recognize you. I'd love to like meet people that I meet, but like actually meet and be able to have a conversation with them, put a face to the name and stuff like that. that was an interesting night. Trauma dump. I was very out of sorts on the way out because my sister was unwell. And I got back to the Airbnb, and then I got back to the Airbnb. I got a phone call that she was going to the hospital. And she actually almost died. You were trying to give me Ferrari bracelet? No! Oh, I would have loved that. How did I not see that? You're kidding me. Anyway, yeah, so that night, it was Saturday night, right? After quali. My sister was there as a fan. I was obviously working, whatever. And then ended up in the hospital in intensive care. She almost passed away that night, which is really interesting because she's like 22, so it was very strange. And it was something that just came out of the blue. So anyway, fun night. And that situation, like meeting all of you guys, was like the last bit of joy that I had for that weekend. Actually, that's not entirely true. I mean, I did try and get back to the track on Sunday, but it was depressing, and it was wet, and it was ass. And my sister was like not conscious. So anyway, she's good. No, she's chilling. No, she's absolutely fine. It was just a short period of time. It was just like a little episode thing that essentially, guys, drinking water is good for you, but don't drink too much water. Okay, you hear me? So she drank too much water. I don't live in Melbourne. I live in South Australia, Adelaide. But I go over for the Melbourne Grand Prix. But yeah, so she drank too much water in a short period of time, and then that essentially, like 6 liters we're talking, like it was a lot. But if you drink too much water, essentially you're diluting your bloodstream of essentially sodium and stuff like that, and that is necessary for your brain and your body's functioning. And her brain started to shut down because she essentially flushed herself out. And we call it water poisoning, but there is like a term for it. Anyway, it was pretty scary, but that's okay because she's good. She's chilling. Borderletto, ladies and gentlemen, through into Q3. P10, man. P10. Stroll P3 and Alonso P5. To all the haters, goodness me. Yeah, so Victor, yeah, I didn't see. Wait, can I look at your video? Send me the video on Instagram right now. I'll pull it up on my laptop, actually, because it's right here, and I don't have to move around all my tabs. I've got 3 screens for my PC. You can see my camera's laggy. The camera software that I'm using at the moment is my phone hooked up with the software, and when my PC's doing a lot of at once, it struggles. So that's why we're dropping FPS. Oh, you can't see me, literally, because it's laggy. God, please tell me that I can log in without a verification code. Ah. Wait, water poisoning, Max G. Tentacruel mentioned. I don't know. Oh my god, why do I do that? I forgot that I was live. I forgot that I was live, Max. I forgot that I was live. Okay, guys. Okay. So my friend Max joined the Discord. Max just joined the Discord. So the Twitch chat. Max is my boy. If you guys have seen the stupid video of me at a wedding, in a wedding veil, by the way, Max is like one of my close mates who were groomsmen together. Anyway, he just joined and then he just said a dumb joke. Is someone calling me? Get out of here. You can DM me photos. Yeah, man, absolutely. Hit me up, guys. If you guys want to have a chat, send me a DM on Instagram. I literally read everything. Like, if I don't reply to your message, something's either gone horribly wrong, or it was inappropriate, and I don't want to see it. I'm kidding. No, I'll absolutely look for everything. Anyway, story. Why I did that dumb thing. Max joined, and like me and one of our other mates, Zane, we have this ongoing thing where we like do the dumb, like, remember the OG TikTok stuff where they're like do that whole thing, and so we do it satirically. Max joined. I was like talking to Max. It wasn't muscle memory. I did it deliberately for Max because I know that he'll hate it but love it. It's funny. but forgot that I was live. It's okay. The internet has that. And the VOD exists, and you guys can go on YouTube and find that exact moment if you really so please. Rose, do you mind me asking what the hell you're on about? Max has just sent me a DM. First time being championed like over a year. Attaboy. Max G, my boy. My boy. Rose, what are you on about? Oh. That is me, Rose. Yes. Interesting. What mug do you have? What are you talking about? Interesting. Dearie me, lads. Oh, Victoria, it was not mumble memory? It was mumble memory. There is no mug of Ethan. I think she means like a mug printed out, like this right here is a mug, but you know, you get like a graphic mug. Is that what you're talking about, Rose? I mean, I am super photogenic. I mean, just like, look at this. Guys, I've lost the plot. I'm overtired. You know, like back in the day when you were a kid, and you'd like be out way past your bedtime and you would just get delirious. I feel like that. I haven't felt like that for like years. Maybe there has been moments, but no, I almost did it again. What am I doing? What am I doing? It is muscle memory. I'm losing it. Lando Norris mentioned Lance Alonso. Check Discord, says Rose. Oh no! It's not that. Oh no! Oh shit! We might be cooked. Oh dear. Go to sleep, says Harrison. No, I'm about to watch Lance Stroll get pole position. I am not going to sleep. The only good thing about it not being F1 season is that you get sleep on the weekends. Oh my god, yes. There is a short period of... Okay, so I'm a big football fan. Premier League, everything. There is a short period of time where there is like a 3 or 4 weeks where there is no F1 and no football. And I must say, I hate it, but I love it. It doesn't happen very often. No football, no F1. If there's like, you know when the football takes a break because they go and do the Nations League? Yuck. Okay, I'm a Premier League supporter. I'm an Arsenal supporter. You can laugh about that all you want. When they do the Nations League and there won't be a game for like 2 or 3 weeks. Oh, amazing. I'm a gooner. Yeah. Max can confirm. But yeah, seeing those purple sectors is sending you. Yeah, I mean, Lando's going to clear it. Let's not lie, but we're going to see an Aston Martin second row. Mate. Guys, red flag, quick, red flag, please, stop it. Oh, Lawson's P2 as well. Red flag. By the way, I'm not saying there is a red flag. I'm saying I want there to be a red flag. You feel me? Yo, Voodoo Man. Wait, Max, where's Voodoo Man gone? Yeah, so look, track evolution is going to be a factor here. We've got Lando crossing the line. He has gone clear by 5/10. Okay. Piastri should improve on that. He is going to improve on that. Bombaclat is a 10th clear. George Russell is actually improving on Piastri too. If he can hook up... Victoria... I haven't seen you. I don't know the face to the name. Bear with me. I might recognize you. George Russell here is going to actually get provisional P1. No, he's not. He's going to get provisional P3. I'll take it back. I'm sorry. Max Verstappen now coming through Sector 3. I'd like to sit on board with him, please. Let's watch how the car is performing. It's quite twitchy. He's absolutely having to fight that. It's understeer on entry too. That's not great. It's P5. And I think that's about as good as it's going to get for Max this weekend. Laura Meckies, new CEO and team principal of Red Bull Racing, He's got his work cut out for him. What happened to Hajar? I think that looks like anti-stall or something. He was getting rigid. Oh no, the tie blankets are on. He was just getting comfortable. Hajar just hasn't gone out yet. Bear with. Toto, my king. Yeah, we love Toto. Rose, what photos are you talking about? Do share. Big ups, Lance Stroll. Rose, you should get back to those dumb edits that you make. And not dumb as in like you're dumb. I'm just saying that they're piss take edits of me. So by nature, I'm gonna call them done. Please, Lance, pull through. I do believe he will. Why is Kimmy P15? You thought P11? I feel like his lap time must have been deleted. Pippi says the humour is mutual in the Discord server. Interesting. We need a Stroll poll. He's got to struggle now, I reckon. Raj, hello, Bibero. One question. Charles or Lewis, who is better? Well, in this current car, there's no dispute. I do believe Lewis. Not Lewis. I do believe Charles. Sage, welcome along to the Twitch chat. I hope you're going, you're good, you enjoy everything. Voodoo Man. Oh! Ow! What is happening, says Lachowski? Well, we've got everybody in the pit lane apart from Lance, who was going to get a banker in. He might abandon the banker if it's not good enough, and then make sure he comes back in and has plenty of time for his proper lap. But he should be able to get the banker in, come back in, and still be okay to go right out at the end. Twitch is kind of a dub, says Sage. Sage, you say it louder for the people on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're on TikTok right now and you want to watch full screen, head over to Twitch. We've got more telemetry to look at. You can watch it on your full screen. You know how it be. He was given a whole bunch of fan stuff. Lance has all his fan accounts. Yeah, guys, Lance is a really nice guy. Like, I really don't like the hate. It makes me upset. He's just an anxious little boy who needs a hug. Realistically, that's what it comes down to. Does he sometimes say things that that isn't helpful to his image? Maybe he, like, hang on, sorry. Max complaining about grip on the outlap. That's concerning. Fernando's on an outlap. Anyway, Lance, I feel like at times he doesn't put up enough of a happy act, if that makes sense. If he's upset, he's upset. I mean, we know a lot of the drivers are divas. But Lance doesn't, you know, he knows he's going to get slated everywhere he goes, so he just kind of is, like, fed up. But no, Lance is such a nice guy. I have my own personal experiences with him from the weekend that I spent with Asimon, and I can say that he was super sweet, so no problems at all there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are on TikTok and you want to watch on the full screen, head over to Twitch. Yo, thanks for the gift. Luis, thank you for the gift. Much love. You're awesome. You're awesome. I'll do like the AI people. Stroll right now is on his lap. This will be his final lap for qualifying. He's gone green in Sector 1. Let's have a look. Let me have a look. Sector 2 against Piastri. It's nothing crazy. Alonso's gone purple, though. Stroll is behind by 1/10.5 right now, heading into the start of Sector 3. This should be good enough for the second row. I think that's realistically a dub. Okay, we can't doubt that. Alonso, though, is finishing Sector 2, and that, my friends... Oh, let's have a look. Lance Stroll crosses the line, and he goes third, as I expected. He's gone purple Sector 3! And if that means that the car is good enough for purple Sector 3, can Alonso hook this up? He's a 10th down on Oscar right now. Can he hook this up and puts it on pole position? That car looks absolutely on the limit. He is twitching on the exit, but it does look dialed. Can he cross the line and improve? He's gone second fastest right now. He split the McLarens. There is a world in which Lando Norris makes a mistake on this lap or gets stuck with traffic, and we've got an Aston Martin on the second row. There you go, baby. Vamos. Aston Martin is back. Absolutely. Why is Leclerc slow? The Ferrari has not performed as we might have hoped around here. Ferrari is typically decent over 1 lap pace, but it's a hard track. Alonso on the radio. It's a good lap. I'd agree with you, Fernando. Victoria, have you sent me those videos on Instagram? Drop us a DM and I'll see what we're talking about. How do I not have eye bags? I do permanently. It's just my facial features. Well, do send me a DM. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't even follow me on Instagram, I'm just going to say it right now. Congrats, you're avoiding danger. No. Head over to Insta, that's the place to be, and drop me a DM if you want to have a chat about anything. I'm actually going into my requests right now, and we haven't got anything in there. Yikes. Okay, nobody wants to talk to me. Well, there are some things, but nothing new. What time? It doesn't let you send photos on DM. Well, send me a message. I have to accept the request first, I think. So send me a DM saying hi, and then I can accept it. And then we'll be good. Thanks, Rose. I appreciate that. In my country right now, it is 12:30 in the morning. Anyway, back to watching it. We've got Lando Norris is yellow through Sector 1, as is Oscar Piastri. They are not improving, but is this deliberate so that they can carry more speed throughout the rest of the lap? Let's have a look. Charles Leclerc has got provisional P1 right now in what wasn't the most outstanding lap in any significant area, but it was best overall. And the McLarens right now are not really improving. Piastri's... No. Wait. Leclerc's getting pole. Guys. I said that I was expecting the Ferraris to be quick over 1 lap. Lando's only good enough for 3rd. And Oscar's not improving. Oscar's across the line. Leclerc's on pole. And it's Verstappen as well. He's the only one that's still going that has any chance of beating that. Lawson's P7. Charles Leclerc's on pole. I said it in my preview. Bortoletto P7. I said it in my preview. The Ferraris, we can't count them out over 1 lap. Now, 2 seconds ago, I kind of took that back because I was like, well, they're struggling. They're not doing anything good. But Leclerc's pulled it out of the bag. Whoa! Hello. Harlow, welcome along. George Russell's 4th. That's a shame. No Aston Martin on the 2nd row. Can Verstappen ruin the Aston Martin 3rd row? He cannot. It's P8. Bortoletto has out-qualified Verstappen on raw pace. Bortoletto has out-qualified Verstappen on raw pace. And Leclerc is on pole position. I saw there's some guy in the crowd there who was just dropping one of these. Ladies and gentlemen, don't count out the Ferrari over 1 lap. What happened to the McLarens there on that 2nd run? Was that a used set? Let's have a look. It wasn't. Did they just not get them up to temps right? Were their outlaps cooked or something? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. Charles Leclerc, ladies and gentlemen, is your pole sitter for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Gabriel Bortoletto qualified P7 with Verstappen in P8. Max Verstappen. I need to reiterate this because I don't think we're getting the significance of this. Max Verstappen has just been out-qualified on raw pace by a Kick Sauber. Wow. Wow. There is exactly 1/10 between P2 and P6 here. Wow. Wow. Fascinating. Guys. What happened? Charles Leclerc's on pole position. I'm kind of just a bit gobsmacked. Wow. Yeah, can finally go to bed, says Rose. My adrenaline is just crashing right now. What a quali session. Charles Leclerc is on pole. Guys, that is wild. Beautiful scenes. We've got Aston Martin 5th and 6th. It's a third row lockout for Aston Martin. That's pretty decent in the end. Sure, they could have been on the second row. Sure, they could have been on the front row. We're looking at 1/10 between Piastri and Stroll. That's a big statement. Max Attack, I will have a look. Don't you worry. Who else was it that we were talking about? Victor Avanek. Send me a DM. I'll have a look and see if I recognize what we're talking about. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's run through your qualifiers for today. We got quali is settled. How will we line up for tomorrow? Charles Leclerc is on pole position. Piastri P2. Lando Norris in P3. George Russell P4. Alonso P5 with Stroll in P6. That is an all Aston Martin third row. And that is a dub. Okay, coming into this weekend, if you had told me that that would be the case, I would have been incredibly happy. And I think everybody at the Aston Martin camp would be also very pleased. Charles Leclerc on pole. I still can't believe it. Bortoletto P7. Verstappen P8. Raw pace. No mistakes. Raw pace. Sauber, quicker than Max Verstappen. Okay, cool. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Lawson P9, Hadjar P10. Again, Racing Bulls are in Q3, both of them. Beautiful. Behrman P11, Hamilton P12, Sainz 13th, Colapinto 14th, and Antonelli in 15th. Tsunoda is 16th, Gasly 17th, Ocon 18th, Hulkenberg 19th, and in last, it's Alex Albon in an undeserved P20. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your qualifying for the Hungarian Grand Prix. That was one of the best qualifying sessions that I would say we've seen all season. Wow. Don't doubt Aston Martin. Don't doubt Charles Leclerc. People were just asking me, who do I think the better Ferrari driver is right now? Right now, Charles Leclerc, I said. There's your answer. One is P12 and one is P1. Okay? It's okay. And that's no disrespect to Lewis. There's a lot going on at Ferrari. I think there's a lot of interesting moving parts, a lot of complications. And I would say, with that in mind, Leclerc is the most used to dealing with those. So, there you go. I'm pretty shocked at what we've just seen there. Piastri's going to have to get past Leclerc early on, and hopefully Leclerc, for Piastri's sake, holds up Norris and the rest of them. With that said, tomorrow's race, while it's, it's quite hard to overtake around Hungary, it's going to be an interesting one. Let's watch it all unfold. Thank you so much for tuning in today for qualifying around the Hungarian Grand Prix. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit that follow button because I'll be catching you tomorrow for the race. Thank you very, very much. I've been Ethan with the F1, and I shall see you very, very soon. Hey, and while we're all here and talking about it, make sure you head over to Kayo Sports to tune in for all of the live action so you don't miss a thing. That is especially so if you are in Australia and New Zealand. I mean, get a VPN if you really want to. You can use our services. And hey, get your first month of Kayo for just $1. That is your first month for $1. Hello? Easy. That's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. Thank you very much for coming through. Check out all the links in the description. Head over to YouTube, watch full videos. Help me. We've got some great content out there. And go have a look at my preview if you're interested and see how did I go. Did I get things right? I think I did, to be honest. I said the McLaren's going to be strong. Don't count out Ferrari over one lap, and Red Bull are cooked. One more shrug. I'm pretty sure I got that quite bang on. I didn't think Leclerc was going to get pole. It was don't count them out sort of thing, but I didn't think he'd get it. There you go. Thanks for all coming through. I shall see you all very, very shortly. Till then, make sure you hit that follow button right now. Do it. Do it. I'm watching you. Go. Now. Nah, I love you guys. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow for the Hungarian Grand Prix. Live on Kayo Sports.